Composting is a continuous process. You learn something new every time. You need to find your own equation with your compost in order to have a perfect pile. Hence, today's video is about do's and don'ts of composting. The first point in composting is that make sure your compost is covered with a lid or with your husk. Now since I had this whole husk, hard husk, so I'm using this, but you can always use the soft husk, and you have to just make sure that it is covered so that there are no flies. So compost should not be watery, because if there is a whole lot of water you will see water dripping. Now right now there is no water dripping here, so it means my compost pile is perfect. You can see that I have added only soil. Now my whole compost pile is of soil and compost, like you had seen it in our last video, and it has almost everything from my kitchen waste. Now one of the things which you have to do is at least twice or thrice a week, make sure your compost is mixed properly. It gets enough of air, so it should be airy, and every time you mix, you add up something. Now my pile is almost full, so I don't have to mix it. I have already mixed it enough. But whenever you mix your add your kitchen waste, make sure you mix it completely from the bottom. Now you can see I've also added this corn piece, and it will get decomposted, so I have no issues putting it the way it is. And see, if you see, I have added all these corn leaves, so this also acts to helps to make sure that my compost pile is dry. Now why do you have flies? All the kitchen waste, if not added to compost right away, then will have flies. Make sure you have a bin handy to add all the waste, and every time you add these greens, you need to add compost or soil to it. As the pile starts decomposing, it will give out water. This is called compost tea. Keep a plate underneath the bin so that you collect all the water and give it to your plants. This is the best fertilizers your plants can get. Why do you have maggots? Maggots are created because of the flies. The more you avoid flies, the more you can avoid maggots. But remember, these all are part of the composting process, and you cannot avoid them completely. Once your pile of compost is ready, all the maggots will just vanish away. If your bin is smelling, you need to add browns to it. The browns of your compost are cardboard, coco peat, dried leaves, soil, compost, vermicompost, and the greens are all your kitchen waste. Finding the right balance between these greens and browns is important. Finding your own equation is important. Initially you will find it difficult to have a perfect pile of compost, and hence experimenting is important. So keep experimenting, composting, planting, and keep it natural.